Hello, hello, how's it going? What day are we on today? Tuesday. It's tennis, it's always tennis, it's another night of tennis, it's hour 47 of tennis, day 11 of tennis, year 1997 of tennis, tournament number 21 of tennis. Let's start tennis. Tennis. The goal is to get to the end of tennis by Friday. Tennis. Hey Mac, how are you? So we just started. No more Chang. Oh, well, there'll be plenty of Chang, don't worry. He'll be lurking. He'll be there ready for the finale as he usually likes to show up. The less Chang, the better, though. That's all I've got to say. He's in this tournament, though, so he's probably going to be in the final. Because he tends to win. I don't know how it is, but the AI, whatever, the computer, seems to roll him as the winner all the time. I think he only tends to lose to people like Pete Sampras. And, well, he's not even on the same side of the screen. Where is he? He's down there. I think the only person that could knock Chang out is Michael Stitch here. Stick, whatever his name is. Yeah, because I'm going to knock Pete Sampras out, obviously. But yeah, let's carry on. Who's Renneberg? Have we ever faced this person? I don't know. I don't think so. How's your day gone anyway? I'm pretty tired. I was actually just lying in bed for about an hour before I even thought about going live. There was a part of me that almost just thought, like, shall I just go to bed? But no, there must be tennis. We need release. Isn't it, won't it be really strange when this is all over? Tennis is live. Are you going to get withdrawal when I'm not playing tennis anymore? You didn't have to cancel your stream today. It's dreadfully bored. Why did you have to cancel? There are still 7 more tennis games to go though, but none of them will probably live up to the length of... I mean, hopefully. I don't know if any of the other ones have like career modes or whatever. That second Ethernet cable of the wireless isn't reliable. Ugh. Did you try and it just wasn't working out, or you just didn't even bother? I want to get like a what's the word? Not a chunky way. A healthy chunk through this game this week. But I think one night this week I also want to play Test Drive like exclusively and focus on finishing it. But I don't want to be in a situation where tennis is not finished by the end of this week. Exactly, come on, let's get it done. Oops. The real question though is, what do I do after tennis is done? Like, I'm gonna have to actually think of something, pick a game. It's been kind of simple just to go live. The Mega Drive. I'm trying to remember if it's even in date. Do tell me if it isn't. I need to upload the new one probably. I think it might be a game off. 235 games should be in there. 30 love. Yeah, on Friday. What was the last game we finished? Was it Tony La Rosa? But that wasn't number 235. That was number 6 revisited because I hadn't finished it properly back in the day. What was the last actual game that I finished? I don't even remember. Whatever was before Tony La Rosa. Greatest heavyweights. Rennie, but oh, I have faced him before because it sounds like Ladybug. I remember now.
Love 15. 15 all.
Give it up, Renneberg.
30, 15.
Oh! Right in Jodie's crotch. Apparently on the retro achievements, do that thingy, that's one of the achievements.
Ace. Deuce. Advantage, player one.
Surprised only one bowling. Yeah, it's a bit of a weird one, that is. Yeah. Volleyball. Is there any volleyball games anywhere? Bowling is a bit of a weird one. You can have a look at the sports in a different way if you put sports or actual content. Oh, or you don't. You don't. That's not how we type it. It needs an S. Not even in my own commands. What else is love? Rugby. I'm not sure how rugby's gonna play. Like, I can't imagine it. I'm surprised there's not more like pool. But yeah, one bowling game is pretty shocking. I mean, technically, if you're bored, there's like 2 bowling games because they reskin the same game, but there's actually kind of differences to it in controls. The Japanese version has like this weird mode where you can like press buttons to like mash and put the opponent's like aim off or something, which wasn't in the Western one. I just played the Western one and called it a day because the Western one had more interesting pixel art in my opinion. The Japanese one looked pretty kind of generic. It was like just like anime kids and some xenomorph. I mean, that doesn't sound very generic, but other than the weird alien thing, it was just some like anime looking kids, whereas I thought the Western one, I don't know, they just looked like kind of people. I quite liked it. I think, was there more characters in the Western one? There was 4. But they didn't seem to even really have the same stats. They did quite a bit of an overhaul with the graphics. Still smacking, always smacking balls. How are you? Smacking balls or changing gear sticks? Bum 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 bum.
30, 40.
Do 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 do. Ooh wee! Made me miss, but it was worth it. I wish there was a jamming too. Why can't we have more of that? Why does Shadow of the Beast get a sequel, but jamming does not? Ball Smacker General. I need to play General Chaos at some point. I've heard that's rather short. Can't remember if it was one that didn't have a manual as well.
15, love.
I don't even really understand what the game is. I've got it down as like a real-time strategy, but it looks just kind of its own weird thing.
15, all. 30, 15.
Which sports game are you looking forward to me playing, Moomin Mama? I was going to say which Mega Drive game are you looking forward to, but I know that you only show up for sports. You crazy person.
30, all.
Biggest sports fan on Twitch.
Out. 40, 30.
Oh, give it up, Ladybug.
Game won by
NHL? Really? When I play that, are you gone forever? Because I was thinking of playing it soon, but I'll delay it if it's keeping you around. Although there are like, what, 5 of them? Who's number 1 sports game streamer? Out of 1. What about... Can I not tempt you with a bit of Mario Lemieux? However you pronounce his name. I like Lemieux. I've played Hit the Ice, it was shocking.
15 all.
I have actually played, maybe you were here, I don't even know, it was a long time ago now though. I did briefly play NHL, but I couldn't really figure out what the hell I was doing. It was like it was probably the last the last sports game that I played without actually beating it properly, so I need to correct it. I played 2 of them briefly. And they're pretty much the last sports games I have left to go back and fix, as well as being the last ones that I played in real time before I started playing sports to completion. I felt that was one that I did. J-League final stage was the first sports game I beat properly the whole tournament of, and thought maybe I should actually just do this. Like I finish every other game, why not finish the sports games and see if there's like a credits roll instead of just like playing a game and turning it off. Haha, choices. Here we are, 47 hours later, and I regret nothing. Just a little bit. Just a little bit of regret. NHL. I remember I played it a little bit, and I felt bad at the time when I was playing because it felt like people really liked that game. People that showed up, like reminiscing. I think specifically which one was it? 90? Is it 93? That's the popular one. And I just felt like I just didn't even really know what I was doing. I didn't know how to play it. I can't remember. I don't think I'd even read the manual properly, other than the controls. And I didn't know the rules of the sport. And I kind of just titted about with it and moved on. And it kind of always just felt a bit weird, like not really doing it justice. They should have advertised that the game has 69 hours of actual content. They should have. I mean, I could have written the back of the box. Maybe they did. I haven't even read the back of the box. Maybe it warns you on the back. Includes a 68-hour resume. Tour mode. Covering 3 years of tennis.
30, 15. 30 all.
Is it a selling point though, or is it actually... Would it be bad marketing to reveal that? Oh, I'm not out.
30, 40.
Check the box. Yeah, it's a free sentence description of the game repeated in 8 different languages. Which box though? That sounds like the PAL box. I feel like the American boxes often didn't bother. Did all of the all different languages? Did it just say run? See, I'm nostalgic for the European Mega Drive games and stuff because that's what I grew up with, but it is kind of like a bit... The packaging can sometimes be a bit meh because it is just like you turn over the back of the box and it's got like 4 pictures and then like tiny blurby... They all kind of look the same on the back. It's got some pictures of the games and then generic font text in like 5 different languages, 6 different languages. It's not really got a lot of personality, I think. It doesn't feel like designed, it's just the same generic back of the box, but they change the pictures out and the content of the text. Bit of a shame in that regard. And the manuals are just wretched. Japanese boxes are generally a little bit better, but some of the Japanese boxes aren't even that good though, really. Like, some of the image quality is sometimes really poor. Like, they use that weird, it almost looks like a blown up JPEG. And the way that they sometimes stick the image of the game on top of whatever artwork they've got an artist to do, it sometimes just looks really hodgepodge. Depends on the game.
2, player 1, 5.
And it's kind of a bit weird. I like it in a way though, but all the spines are like different colours and different fonts and stuff. But it's a bit of a bugger if any of them get sun faded. Whereas I'm not really as keen on the American red boxes. I find them a bit garish.
Love 30.
I think my favourite is the I like the black checkerboard ones, you know, like I use on my overlay
Point.
on the left hand side. And I like the MD logo, the red and the green.
And set 1 by player 1.
Back of the box reads,
Player 1. 0.
I should read a review of this.
0.
Grab your racket. Is that how you spell racket? What country spells racket like that? And put your tennis skills to the ultimate test on the ATP Tour. Pick from the world's best players, past and present, or customize your own. Grass, clay, carpet, or hard courts. It's all in this 1 to 4. Oh yeah, I forgot this is 4-player. So it says this about... Liar!
Love 15.
I say, ooh, wait! More tennis than you can shake a racket at.
15 all. 30 15.
I bought ACP Tour Tennis, not knowing much about the sport. I came out a professional, veteran. Pick from the world's best players, past and present, including two-time Oscar winner Jodie Foster, tennis extraordinaire.
Game 1 by player 1. Renewberg 0 player 1 1.
Ace.
15 love. Love.
You're not making that. Just stop it. You're embarrassing yourself, Renneberg.
15.
Sit down. Oh.
40 15. Fault.
It's a little bit annoying. What's he bouncing the ball for? Trying to psych me out.
40 30. Fault. Game
Oh,
Renewberg. Come on.
come on. 1-1.
Player 1. 1 Renewberg. 1.
Womp.
15 love.
Should place bets. What do you think will be the finish time? What hour do you reckon it'll be? I'm not including the tournament, just to finish the I keep calling it resume. It's because I keep reading resume tour, resume tour. To finish the ATP Tour Championship, what will be the finish time? I'm gonna go with
30 love.
I think it's going to be just shy of 60 hours. I think it's going to be... No. I don't know. 62.
8. 40 love.
Bearing in mind, like yesterday, the finale,
By player
that was a
1.
4-hour stream, I think, and it took me 4 hours to do the final championship. Maybe more. Maybe 65 hours.
Renewberg. 1, player 1, 2.
Ba-da-da-ba-ba-ba. We've gone into rainy season pretty much here now. It's been raining all day, which kind of has been nice because at least it was cold, but I hate getting wet feet walking to work.
15, love.
Oops.
30, love. 30, 15. 30, all. Oh.
60-ish.
30,
The first tournament took 25 hours, the second one took slightly less because I skipped 4 of the tournaments, hoping I can do that again. But what made the second tournament take so long was I got stuck in a final against Michael Chang for about 3 hours because he was being an arsehole.
player 1.
I've gotten a little bit better at him now, I think. I found a sort of strat, but he's still a blonker.
15, love. 15, all. 30, 15. 30, all. 40, 30. 1 by player 1.
Yeah.
Renewberg, 1 player 1, 4. 15. 15 all. 30, 15. Fault. 40, 15. Game 1 by
I wish he'd stop hitting it short. It's very irritating.
player 1, 4, Renewberg, 2. Love 15. 15 all. 30, 15. 40, 15. Game 1 by player 1.
One more.
Renewberg, 2, player 1, 5. Love 15.
Keep going. Bye bye.
Game, set, and match. Won by player 1. Come on!
Come on. Quarterfinal.
Player 1, 0, Corda, 0. Love. 15, all. 30, 15. 40, 15.
Oh shit, I forgot to put my eye drops in. I'm terrible. After I went to the opticians, I'm supposed to be putting these eye drops in the morning and the evenings. I'm gonna go do it in a second. We've got our break coming up anyway. I'm supposed to do it and try and stop rubbing my eyes because apparently I've damaged my eyes by rubbing them or something. I didn't even know that was a thing. Oh.
Advantage Corda.
Because it's that addictive. Eyes are getting worse. Make sure you're not rubbing them.
8. 2.
Advantage.
Advantage player 1. Game won by.
No, let me go sort that out. I'll be just a moment. Okay, should be good now.
Corda 0, player 1, 1. Love 15. Love 30.
Yeah, I'm supposed to do it every day, and I kind of didn't do it last time, I think too, but I feel like the doctor's going to moan at me if I don't. I need to try and remember. I think they're just anti-allergens though, so I don't know if they're going to particularly do anything by themselves. I think the idea is it will stop me wanting to itch my eyes, but I don't know.
Game won by player 1. Player 1, 2, Corda, 0.
Problem too, like when I go to get my eyes tested, I never know whether to answer, like what to answer, because we have to do this thing, I don't know how it works everywhere else, it's like where you look at a circle and you have to say where the gap is on the circle, like up, down, left or right. But you know when you can't really see but you kind of think you can, it's like should I say or not? Because what if I'm just lucky and get the right answer? Like I can vaguely see it but it's hardly clear. And I wouldn't want to be staring at anything like that permanently. I don't know. It's just awkward. Then, like, once I asked them, I think they said, like, you should just say. And it's like, oh, okay. But I don't know. I try and just, like, grimace a bit and be like, to try and give them a hint that, you know, I'm struggling.
Game won by player 1.
I was watching G playing Rock and Roll Racing this morning while I was getting ready for work. I'm sort of looking forward to that one, but I didn't realise it doesn't have a lot of well, it doesn't use the sound channels very well. Like the announcer keeps interrupting the music. G ended up turning it off, which is making me think perhaps I grew up like playing the Super Nintendo version. So I don't really remember that being a thing. Viper is in another time zone. You piece of garbage. Oh.
Advantage order. Out. Deuce. Advantage player 1. Game won by player 1. Player 1, 4, order, 0.
What I think I want to do with this is I want to get to a point on Friday, because obviously it's the weekend, and then I think maybe Friday night I'm just gonna, like, I won't sleep until it's finished.
15 balls.
Maybe, hang on, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I've only got 2 days. It's a lot of tournaments. Means I need to do 2 tournaments a day almost. Oh,
30 all. Thirty 40. Deuce. Advantage player 1. Game won by player 1.
some of the I've noticed this before, but some of the audience, they only seem to clap with one hand. Like they can't be bothered.
Love 15. 15 all. Fifteen 30. Fault. Out. Set point. Game and set won by player 1. Player 1, 0, order 0. Out. 15, love.30, love. 40, love. Ace. Game won by player 1. Come on! Order 0, player 1, 1. Love 15. Love 30. Fault. Double fault. Love 40. Game won by player 1. Come on! That was player 1, 2, order 0. Love. 30, love. 40, love. 'Out. Game won by player 1. Order 0, player 1, 3. 15, love. 'Out. 15, all. Fault. 15:30. Out. 15:40. 8.
Just realised I forgot to turn the ball out thing on. It shows me on the court where it is. I might do that after this game. I hit reset.
Player 1.
I don't know why you can't do it in the middle of the game. Can't take much.
4 quarter 0. 8. 15 love. 8. 30 love. 30-15. 40-15.
Whoa!
40-30. 1 by player 1.
It's the last one.
Quarter 0, player 1, 5. 15 love. 15 all. 30-15. Fault. 30 all. 40-30. Fault. 2. Fault. 'Advantage order.
Oh, come on. Just bugger off. Dragging it out. We've got tournaments to play. Quarter. You're not bringing it back. Just go home.
15 love. 30 love. Match point.
Match point.
Game, set, and match. 1 by player 1.
I'm gonna hit the reset and turn on the ball again. Here comes Yogi. Booster is who's coming. Do do do. Let me mute this because it's gonna be music for a moment. Ball bounce pointer, that's what I want. Resume, ATP Tour. I never turned on automatic replays. I wonder what that does. I don't think it would annoy me though. Is Michael Chang still in it? Of course. Of course. It's going to be Chang versus Stick. Who do you think will win? I think Chang.
Player one.
Do, do,
Zero.
do, do, do.
Booster.
So Pete Sampras is out already. He ain't very good, Pete Sampras, in this. Rarely makes the final.
15 love. 15 all. 15 30. 15 40. 30 40. Advantage, player one.
Piss off! It is that. It is very much the immortal endless tennis. Oh, you bitch. You little shitbag.
Advantage, Mooster.
Ah, soul.
Mooster. Come on!
Come on.
Mooster. 1, player 1, 0.
I don't want to face Mooster, he's annoying. He's probably the second most annoying person.
30 love. 8. 40 love. 4. 40 15. 4. 40 30. 2. 'Out. Advantage, player 1. Out. Game won by player 1. Player 1. 1 Mooster 1. 15 love. 30 love. 'Out.
Oh,
40 love. 1 by player 1. That was out! 2. 15, love. 15, all. 15,
Sometimes it looks like I've hit one of those people waiting there to catch the ball. And they don't even flinch.
15, 40.
What a boring job. I wonder who they are, like the ball picking up people. Are they like
40.
tennis players in training? Super fans. I've always thought about what would be the most boring jobs. I suppose this is interesting to a degree, but I'd hate to have to sit kneeled down like that all the time. I always thought being a security guard in a museum would be absolutely fucking dire.
Advantage, player 1.
Thought about being a caddy. Don't they give advice and things though? Or is that just in video games? I remember my caddies on Anthony Hopkins. What's Anthony Hopkins tournament golf? Arnold Palmer. I got Jodie Foster on the rain. Arnold Palmer's tournament golf. The caddies give you like advice about the wind and stuff. When your caddy levels up, they know more about the weather and things. Whoops! Oh, my finger slipped. Do 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 do. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I always thought being a museum guard, like nothing wrong with museums, but like most of the time you're probably never doing anything, and you're just standing there in a room in silence. You can't even like have a conversation with people, just standing watching people. I mean, it probably wouldn't be a very difficult job, except when you actually have to do something. But can you imagine how slow the hours go, just standing there? I thought about this when I was in the National Gallery, I think in London. I think it's that one because it's free to go in. And I walked in because I had time to kill because I was waiting for a train, something. But I had a couple of hours, nothing to do. So I decided I didn't have any money because I'd been down to I think it was when I had to get a visa before I was thinking of moving out here. And so to kill some time, I just walked around the National Gallery because getting my visa, I had a train booked and getting my visa had been much quicker than I expected. So I just started roaming around the museum for something to do, looking at the art, and I was bored after a while, you know, once I've looked at everything. And then I was just looking at the security guards and just thinking, like, you must just do this every day, just stand here, like, staring at people. I mean, I suppose you can briefly enjoy the art because it's, like, on rotation, different exhibits and stuff, but I guess it would be a kind of, as long as you're not having to actually deal with crime, it would be quite a relaxing job. But I mean, like, working in a museum would be different because you're probably able to talk to customers and stuff, but just being the security person, you're supposed to stand there and look bad. Same as, like, people, you know, in, like, the airports or train stations, you get, sometimes in Japan, I haven't seen it for a while though, but you'll see, like, just a policeman, and their job is to just stand on a box in the middle of, like, the station, staring at everybody. And they're not allowed to move. They're just on duty, and I just think I would go insane. And my legs would hurt. I don't know how people can do things like that. Same as the guards in London, but I mean, I don't know. I suppose at least they get to just have tourists coming up to them and stuff. Why did you think about becoming a caddy? Have you played golf?
15, 30. 15, 40.
Or are these called caddies as well?
Game won by player 1. Come on!
I don't play golf, but you never got around to it outside of school sports day. Yeah, I'd like to try real
Three,
golf
Mooster, three.
on a like really nice course. The only thing with the door, presumably you don't have to pick the balls up and stuff, because it would be annoying like having to go after it afterwards.
15, love. 30, love. 30, 15.
Well, I'm struggling today with cushions. My back is killing on this sofa.
40, 15. Game won by player one. Mooster, 3, player 1, 4. Love, 15. Out. Love, 30. Love, 40. Game won by player 1. Player 1, 5, Mooster, 3. Love. 15, all. 15, 30. 30, all. 30, 40. Deuce. Set point. Game and set won by player 1. Mooster 0, player 1, 0. Out. Love 15.
Go Jodie. She's trying. Whoops. She's trying her best.
Hey. 15 all. Hey.
Oh dear.
30, 15. Out. 30 all.
Whoa.
40, 30. Out. Deuce. Advantage
Darn.
Mooster. Fault. Game won by
Oh
Mooster.
gosh. Do you know, ever since we got to this harder AI, I've never really been able to do the smashes.
Player 0, Mooster.
I feel like it never lines up in a nice way. And even then I just missed it completely. Oof.
15, love.
We'll get there in the end. It's actually gone rather smoothly this evening so far, but we're probably about to get stuck on the finale.
30, 15.
Mooster's annoying. Mostly just Mooster and Chang. Chang is the worst, then probably Mooster. And then there's one other guy, and I can't remember his name. He looks quite young. He can be a bit of a pain in the arse.
Out. 40, 15. Game won by player 1. Mooster, 1.
More like
player
it.
1. Love 15.
It's because they all hit so low, that's what makes it a bit more tricky, because I can't really run in and just smack it back because I risk hitting the net. I need to sort of hit it wide.
Love 30.
Because even then, like, he's hitting the net because they're always trying to hit as low as they can so that I can't hit it back, but then it blows up in the face a lot of the time,
40.
which works fine, but it kind of just makes the game a bit, I don't know, annoying. Like, I miss being, like, having them hit it up high and I can smash it back and stuff.
Come on!
Come on! I've read enough for this song. It like keeps coming on every night. Play something else. No. Oh, this sounds fun. Whole overview. Love an overview of a whole.
Mooster, 1.
It's from those 3D, what are they called? New 3D golf simulation Devil's Course. I want to try some of those golf games at some point. There's 4 of them, and I kind of want to get them. I don't know why. Maybe maybe I should try and see if I like one of them first, but they just seem like a nice set. They're part of only one of them, I think, got a Western release. I'm not sure. The Pebble Beach.
13, 15.
Pebble Beach is pretty famous. It's on Sega CD and everything.
40, 15.
But there's all the other ones I would like to try, and they have good music.
Game won by player 1.
I've heard mixed things about some of the other golf games though, but I'm kind of hoping they'll all be somewhat reasonably chill and fun.
Mooster, 1, player 1, 3.
Because I enjoyed Arnold Palmer's golf so much, it makes me want to actually buy the other ones. Upper break, looking good. Is that tennis lingo? What's upper break mean? I've only been playing tennis for like 50 hours. I don't even know.
Love 30. Love 40.
Oh, you bastard.
15, 40. Ball. Game won by player 1. Yeah! Player 1, 4, Mooster, 1.
I don't know why I hit that, but it's still good.
Love. All. 30, 15. 15. Out. Game won by player 1.
One more.
Mooster 1, player 1, 5. Fault. Love. Fault. Love. Fault. 40, love. Out. 40, 15. Fault. Double fault. 40, 30. Fault.
What are you doing, Mooster?
Game won
Oh.
by Mooster. Come on! Come on! Player 1, 5, Mooster 2. Love. Love. 30, 15. All. Ace. Match point. Game, set, and match won by player 1. Oh no!
Semi-final time, yeah! Or is it the final? Michael Chang in the final. Here we go. He's gonna be a pain in the arse.
Love. Love. 40, love.
You bastard.
40, 15.
Oh,
40,
stop that
20.
nonsense.
Deuce.
What a dickhead.
Advantage player 1. Deuce. Advantage Chang.
Thing is, I've done this, it kind of gets to a point where it's almost boring because I've been against him so many times and you just see the exact same plays play out at this point, like them. I can hit it from a specific point and he'll move to a certain point, and if that happens, he'll always do that dive and hit like that and then fall over, and I can hit it diagonally and then he won't reach. I've done that exact maneuver on him tons of times now. Obviously you have to get him in the right spot, but... and it can take forever.
Player 1.
Oh.
Advantage player 1.
Move.
Advantage player 1.
Oh.
Deuce.
God, he's an arsehole. Oh.
Advantage Chang. Out. Deuce.
Dang it,
Advantage
Chang.
Player 1. Game 1
Oh,
by
finally.
Player 1. Chang 0. Player 1. 1. Love 15.
Found the best thing to do when he's serving is just hit it back at him until he hits it in a straight line, and then try and boot it across the court. And just keep hitting it diagonally back into him so it keeps moving further to the right. Don't hit the net though.
15-30.
But it's a bit of a risk because you don't know when he's going to suddenly hit it straight up. But that's what you need.
15-40.
Oh, see, I didn't move fast enough.
30-40. Game won by player 1. Come on! Player 1, 2, Chang, 0. Love.
Whatever.
15 all. 30-15. 40-15. Game won by player 1.
Whew.
Chang 0, player 1, 3. Love. Out. 15 all. 15-30. 1540.
Chang is going down. You better be. For the, what, 12th time?
Out. Game won by player 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on.
Come on.
Player 1 for Chang 0. Fifteen love. 30 love. 40 love.
Oh, you bugger.
40 15. Game won by player 1. That was out! Chang 0, player 1 5. 15 love. 15 all. 30 15.
Ooh.
40 15.
You bugger.
Out. 40 30. Game
Damn,
won by
damn,
Chang.
damn. But we're going to get a nice clean 6-0 there.
Player 1 5 Chang 1. 15 love. 30 love.
Cut that out.
30 15. 30 all. 30 40.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Chang 2 player 1 5. 15 love. 15 all.
Oops.
Ace. 30 15. Out. 40 15. 40 30.
Fuck off.
Deuce. Advantage Chang. Game won by Chang.
Oh my god, Chang, just let me have the last bloody set. Game. Oh, why have I got to drag this?
Player 1, 5, Chang, 3. Love. Ace. 30, love. Set point. Game and set won
It's
by
better.
player 1. Chang, 0, player 1, 0. Love. 30, love. 40, love. Game won by Chang. Player 1, 0, Chang, 1. Love. 8. 30, love. 30, 15. 30, all. Out.
Whatever.
30, 40. Ace. Deuce. Ace. Advantage player 1. Deuce. Advantage player 1. Game won by player 1. Chang, 1, player 1, 1. Fault. Love 15. Love 30. Fifteen 30. Fifteen 40. One by
Yeah.
Player 1, 2, Chang, 1. Love. Out. 30, love. 30, 15. Game won by player 1. Yeah! Yeah! Chang, 1, player 1, 3. Love, 15. Love, 30.
Oops.
15, 30. Out. 15, 40. 30, 40. Game won
You
by
fell for
player
it.
1. Player 1, 4, Chang, 1. Love. 15, all. 30, 15. Out. 40, 15. Game won by player 1. Chang, 1, player 1, 5. Love, 15. All. 30, 15. Oh. Game won by Chang.
Bloody smash. Ugh.
Player 1, 5, Chang, 2. 14. 15 all. 15 30. 30 all. 'Ace. Championship point. Game, set, and match won by player 1. Yeah! Oh, no!
Yeah. So tennis, I've just finished the first tournament. That was the final. Champion. Jodie Foster wins. So now where are we? See, he's still close behind. Jodie Foster did. Now she's just got to do it, what, 7 more times? And then we finish the game. Oops. Sheer victory. Thank you for the 6 bits. Jodie says thank you. Now on to the Lipton Championships for 1997. Ooh. Should we see if Michael Chang is in this one? Although to be honest, I think I've sort of got the hang of him now, so who cares, right? As long as we beat him. Paul Hahui again. Really excited to come back and see Jodie Foster's amazing return to form in the world of we've missed 40 something hours of it. she's back alright, she never left. How's it going, Vampire Dam? It's a very long tennis game this is. How many hours now? Almost 49. The mysterious woman in red. Yes, she has. She's on the screen right now. Glad you remember. Look, she's there. Look. Ooh. She's in the crowd all over the place. I'm kind of disappointed there's more than one. Just think of that amazing ending. I know, right? It's going to literally just say, "You are the greatest," and then just go, "Sega." That'll be it. So there's some mysterious ladies in the crowd, but they look a bit more generic. You'll see in a minute when it pans up. I should go and make another coffee, actually. Ooh. These amateurs, they just waste my time. Like, I wish they'd just throw their racket down and give up. Jodie Foster's winning. He ain't stopping her. She has Golden Globes. Look, there they are. Look, there's one mysterious person there. Some of the crowd just seem to only clap with one hand. Oh, what a jam this song is.
0, player 1, 1. Oh. Love 15.
Who knows what they're up to? I think they're just complacent. I think they're Michael Chang supporters.
15,
That or they're
30.
bigots. She's too fast for you. She's too fast. Yeah, she was active before you were even born.
Player 1, 2, a height, 0.
Ha hooey. Yawn.
15, love.
She's like reigning champion, rank #1 for Wimbledon 1994 and ATP Tour Championship Tennis 1995 and 1996. What do you think you're gonna do, Hahui? Just give it up and save us an hour.
30, love.
You can't beat her. Pathetic.
40, love. Oh. Game won by player 1. Yeah!
Did you see that?
A height,
Hahui.
0. Player 1, 3. Fault.
Just getting embarrassed. Some people need to know when to retire, that's the problem.
Love 15. All.
Nah, you'd carry on though, because to be honest, I'd imagine, like, you know, in this sort of tournament, you know, even if you don't win, you're still getting paid, right? Even if you come in last, like Hahui here. Whoops.
40, 15. Game won by a height.
I'll let him have that one.
Come on!
It's only kind.
Player
Jodie
1,
was known
3,
for her kindness in the
height,
90s.
1. 15, love. 15, all. 30, 15. 40, 15. 40, 30.
Oh, bugger.
Deuce. Advantage, player 1.
If you know the championship was this long, I'd have played it. Yeah, because I feel like it's the main meat of the game. It kind of interests me. You know, you've got like a career mode. It's like Evander Holyfield. Would you not want to do the career mode on that? It almost feels like you haven't played the game. Do you know what I mean? This is like the real meat of the game. Like leveling up the stats and whatever. I do think it's outstayed its welcome though. I was like 1 year of this was reasonable and fun, I thought, you know, winning the championships and increasing your stats. But I mean, it's imagine like doing Evander Holyfield and then you carry on for another 3 years or whatever. It's just, it's too much. But no, I don't really regret, I don't regret it. I regret that the game is so long, but I don't regret doing it, if that makes sense. Because it feels like if I hadn't, I wouldn't have been playing the game. I still want to do the All-Stars match though. I want to check it out, because maybe that also has its own unique ending. But I think I'll draw a line there. I don't think I'm bothered about doing the regular tournament. I can't see it being any more special.
15 all.
Because this game, the only reason that's really made me excited about this game is after playing Wimbledon, it almost felt like secret endings. Because like I feel like the internet doesn't really talk about them, and there's like no footage on YouTube.
30 all.
I'm not even sure if some of the other people that play all the Mega Drive libraries even did it 4 times in a row
40
to get the final ending, because it's not very clear unless you've read the manual. It's not actually very clear that you can do that. The only I was just suspicious. And I carried on, and I was just suspicious why we weren't maxed out at stats. And the manual specifically says, it says, "Hey, Chrono Gear," and then after that it says something like, I can't remember the wording of it now, but it just tipped me off that there was 4. It said there's 4 tournaments, and I was thinking, well, I've only done 1, so that can't be the end. Even though the game does it in a very weird way, because it gives you, if you remember seeing it, it gives you an ending, and then you save your game, and then you go back to the title screen. Now you kind of just think you're done at that point, because it says, you know, you're the greatest, you're the champion of the tournament, yada yada yada. But then you can go back and you can do another tournament with the same character and continue with the same stats, and then you win another tournament, and then it gives you a slightly different ending with different music in a higher key and has a different message, and that's when it's like really like, okay, we keep going with this then, do we? And then once you do it the 4th time, the game actually ends and you get a credits roll. So I kind of feel like I'm hopeful that this is going to have something of similar excitement at the end of it, but who knows? Because this has done the same thing, do you know what I mean? Like, when I finished 1995, we were all kind of just like, is that it? Like, I guess that's it. But then I was just like, but is it though? It just doesn't feel satisfying. And then after looking around, I found out that actually there's an ending if you do 3 years. So I was like, is it just going to go on infinitely until it hits like the year 2000 and doesn't know what to do with itself? Or I don't know. Who knows? Maybe it'll just be a great big load of nothing. But at least we'll have found out.
15 30.
The thrill is that's the thing that's motivating me, really. A shiny star play. Yeah, just something like that. And just, you are the greatest. And I would love to, the dream would be unique music and a credits roll with unique graphics as the credits are going up and stuff. I can't even remember what the ending was for Wimbledon was now. I might have to check my own VOD, but it's there. It's nice that I've got records of these things as well, though. So, because you know now, if anybody else decides to have a go at the Mega Drive playthrough in the future or something, or doing a challenge like all the tennis games, if you're weird like that, I don't know, they'll be able to find, if they're wondering, they can find my video and see, oh look, there's the ending, and then decide that it's not worth it.
Game won by a height.
Oh, hi.
Come on!
I need to go get a coffee.
A height. 3 player 1 4.
But how are you, all of you? I've just been sitting here playing my tennis, mostly to myself,
15.
as one does these days.
Love 30.
It's fun when some of these games have like interesting endings though, because I was doing more shit posting on Bluesky today for Pride Month, and I remembered that Super Hang On had that all the different endings, the ones with like the reveal at the end that she's a woman, the biker, which was fun. But you don't see that unless you finish the entire game on the expert course. Doing pretty well, working away. And the same with Outrun, like finishing all 5 different exits and then getting a bonus ending was cool. I like stuff like that.
Player 1, 5 or higher. 3.
I'd like to finish Thunder Force 3 again, although I think I've seen all the endings to that. Because some of the shooters, like, they have slightly different endings if you do it on harder mode. Or different music. I think Zero Wing does as well. You get, like, better endings if you do it on harder difficulties. You get joke endings and stuff.
15 all.
And Hellfire taunts you to go around again and do it on even harder. Which maybe I should try and do that someday.
30, 15.
I have done it before with save states though. It's quite funny.
30 all. Set point. Game and set won by player 1. Come on!
Doodle doo.
For higher. 0, player 1. 0.
I do hate when games don't have endings though, like some of those recent EA games have been really disappointing. They used to be kind of good about it with the Celtics versus Lakers. They'd have like a screen, you know, with your team stood there getting the cup or whatever and congratulations. But like, I think the FIFA ones or whatever, they just sort of just ended. It's really rubbish. Just showed a cup and said you're the winner, but it wasn't like very nice pixel art.
All.
Some games can be so rubbish. It's almost as if they didn't even expect anybody to finish them and so they couldn't be bothered. See, some of the best endings I'd say are things like Dynamite Heady, that was a good ending. I think Castle of Illusion and World of Illusion have lovely endings with like lovely music and stuff. Quackshot as well. Sonic has good endings because it has all the montage stuff. Just makes you feel a sense of accomplishment. Chakan's ending was god awful.
Come on! Player 1, 0 for Hayush. 1.
Mega Panel's ending was cool, although I didn't really deserve to get it. I'll probably give that another go at some point, you know, toughen up and get good. There's Chakan. Oh, there's a countdown timer, doesn't it? Chakan, yeah. And also, you have to fight death at the end, and you only get one attempt. And if you die, then you get a bad ending. You got the real ending for Chakan, I got the non-ending. Was like, I'm done. Yeah. Hey G. Yeah, the real ending for Chakan. You kind of need to know what you're doing, though. I think. The real ending was shit as well, though. Rumour has it, Chakan's been making social media posts on Bluesky the last couple of days. I'm glad you've been enjoying them. I'm gonna run out of ideas.
40-30. Game won by player 1.
I'm already like thinking, what am I gonna write for tomorrow?
For Hayush, 1 player 1.
I'm pretty good. I'm really I'm just tennis brain.
Love 15. Love 30.
Yeah, that was the inspiration for today's Chakan Gay Pride post, was the ending for Super Hang On, which was quite cool to find. I didn't even know it was gonna happen. It might not necessarily be the same biker, but in my canon it is. That's perfect. You're always away.
Player 1, 2, height 1.
Woo woo! Do you reckon Cool Spot's gay? Could I make a post about that? It's just a little bit off the wall.
30, love. Love. Game won by player 1.
Yeah, Chakan has a countdown for the entire game, but the final boss is a one attempt only thing, which I hate. It's a sucky choice. But it's actually, the final boss wasn't really that bad as long as you bring invincibility potion.
Love 15.
I really was over worried about it, but I just, whoops, it was invincible and
15,
it worked out. I was aware that there was a boss and that I was only going to get one attempt at it.
30 all. Forty, 30.
Did you actually play through the whole of Chakan then?
Deuce.
Did you use save states, or did you just go through the misery of spamming the door potion over and over and over again?
Advantage.
Because that was basically the only way I found to be able to play it. And keep spamming the door potion and going and farming for health, like deliberately leaving the Earth world unfinished so you could keep farming for health potions.
Player 1.
I can't say it was a fun method. I remember the lava level in particular being terrible. It was like every platform you jump, use door potion, die, try again, die, try again, die, make the jump, use another door potion. It was rubbish. Oh, what's the fan hack? Still got served.
15, love.
What does that do? Fixes jump? I think I've heard about one.
15 all.
Chakan's doable, it's just not, I don't think it's a good time. Because it's sort of, sometimes it does have the same sort of, ethos or whatever of like Echo, but Echo's very short, and each level is tiny, and there's no time limit, so, and Echo's just better, in every way.
Won by player 1.
Chakan's a slog. It reminded me sometimes of Bloodborne though, in some ways, you know, like, I didn't like that in Bloodborne. You know, where if you just fuck up and you have to just go off and farm for health potions all the time, it really just annoyed me. That's where the comparison ends though. Like, obviously I don't think Bloodborne's quite on par with Chakan's annoying. Whatever, but the same sort of mentality. I just hated that. It just, I didn't see what it added to anything. It felt like it was just wasting my time when I played Bloodborne to have to keep going to farm, health, pick up potions again, just to have another crack at the boss. And then you like, don't even know whether to use the health potion, because if the run's not going very well, it's like, okay, well I'm not going to bother using the health potion because I don't want to have to spend the next like 30 minutes farming for health potions again. I really hated that mechanic. I don't know why they got rid of the Estus flask. Is the hourglass in it? No, it does have a timer in the game.
Match point.
The entire game has a timer going. There's an hourglass in the bottom corner. But it's not really a timer, it's just a tedium mechanic. So you have to do each... The hub world has 4 worlds in it and you have to do them twice. You do the first set of 4, and then you do the second set of 4, but you have an hourglass going, and when it runs out, you'll get game over. But you can use a potion to turn the hourglass over at any time, and restore all the sand, but it will also reset all the levels. So it's... but you get to keep your items or whatever, I think. But once you've done the first set of 4, you go on to the second set of 4, and then you can reset the timer, but it'll only reset the second set, not the first set. But yeah, you constantly are on a time limit. That's where I got caught out with the save state. I used one save state in the game, and that was at the very end because I was running out of time, and I was on the final level, and I was going to have to reset the timer and wipe all my progress, and I just, at that point in time, I just couldn't be bothered. I regret it now. I wish I hadn't, because now it hangs over me, but at the time I did. So I used the save state and had several attempts at the final level trying to, because I couldn't afford to make mistakes. I didn't have time. So, and it sucked because it was this stupid level with this big like snake bug thing that keeps knocking you back, and I was getting so angry and gradually ran out of time. And eventually I did run out of time. So I've been playing it. 11 modern remakes for the ambition killed the final product. Yeah, it's just wrong generation, I think. Right, I'm gonna go get another quick iced coffee while the ads are going. I'll be back in a tick. Eliminated. Bit harsh. Only the first round.
Player 1, 0, cry check, 0.
I mean, I enjoyed Blood Omen 2, which was basically supposed to be a Chakan game originally. So imagine if that had been Chakan.
Ace. 30, love.
That would have been
40,
fun.
love. Ace. Game won by player 1. Come on! Cry check. 0, player 1. 1. Fault. Love 15. All.
After writing those Chakan posts, though, I'm kind of getting fond of him. I've got this little Chakan voice in my head now as I'm writing them. It's slightly inspired, but the last one was slightly inspired by a UK sitcom called Gimme Gimme Gimme. I remember this guy in it called Jazz who's always like, "Hey cats."
Game won by player 1.
Do 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 do.
Player 1, 2, cry check. 0.
And I guess it's okay if we can make Chakan a thing.
30, love. Thirty, 15.
Maybe if I make him a thing on social media, we'll get a sequel.
40, 15.
I know, right? If you want Chakan to be a thing, please like and share.
Game won by player 1. Come on! Cry check. 0, player 1, 3. Love 15.
I'd more prefer to make Rolo a thing though, but I don't feel like Rolo has the same impact. As played by Kevin Goody. Who's that? First parents thought Chakan was satanic back in the day. He's a gay icon. I'm determined to make Chakan a gay icon on Bluesky. That's my mission this month.
Game won by player 1.
Change your perception.
Come on!
He's still got my voice in my head. You there, fish in the sea.
Player 1, 4, cry check.
I should make a video with him being animated again. The guy from Gimme Gimme Gimme. Kevin, is that Jazz? Kevin Goody. Constable Kevin Goody. Are you on about James Dreyfus? No, not James Dreyfus. You know Jazz and Sue's the neighbours in Gimme Gimme Gimme, and they're always like, "Oh, hey cats." They're like really kind of cringy people,
15, love.
but also like incredibly nice, but also got a wild side to them. And Linda's always lusting after Jazz. I was sort of channeling my inner jazz for one of the posts. No, not James Dreyfus. No, it takes a certain energy to call anybody a cat.
30 all.
You'd be a good Chakan. You reckon? I'm a good girl, I am.
Game won by player 1.
No, he's a bit unpopular with certain members in the LGBT.
Cry check. 0, player 1. 5.
So I've heard.
Love 15. Love 30. Set point.
Bum 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 bum.
Game and set won by player 1.
But no, I thought Chaka would be a good shout because I think like probably one of my
Cry check.
biggest
0.
posts is when I shared the Chaka Khan thing again. I just posted it a while back. You know, the other biggest post that I've ever done on Bluesky was really random. It popped off the other day. It's not even anything like deeply thought out. It was just me resharing somebody else. There was a YouTuber that I watch who does translation, and she made a post about translation and it was like about fan translation and how we need the fan translation, no, not fan translation, we need professional translation industries. It was nothing to do with fan translation actually. It was about real translation, localization, and how AI is basically killing it, blah blah blah, that conversation. And I agreed, so I shared it, and I just said I said something like I find it a shame that I said I wish people would get as upset about AI translation as they do about AI art, because I think it's the same thing, is all that I said. And then that post ended up being shared like over like 200 times or something, and liked like 400 or 500 times. But the saddest part of it was, and it's not really a complaint, but this is just what social media is. So after it hit about 100, because I basically just posted it and I started work, and then on my lunch break I looked at my phone and I was like, oh crikey. So then after that I then posted underneath it like a bit more thought, because I thought, well, okay, this was just an afterthought thing. So I said, you know, well, that certainly ended up being shared a lot more than I expected it to. Please check out the original post and the video that I was actually quoting. It's a great YouTube channel. And then I made another several whatever posts underneath that. But it's just really funny that like the first post had loads of shares and likes, and all the things that I wrote underneath it, nothing. And it made me just think like, I don't think like anybody read beyond the first 2 sentences and just liked and shared and didn't read anything else. I'm like, okay. And then it started to just become annoying, because every time I get a notification I was like, I'm tempted to just delete this post.
15 all.
But it's a good thing. It's a good thing for awareness though, because more eyes on the original post that I was sharing in the first place. It had a good message. But it was just kind of like, it just goes to show like that sort of surface level armchair clicking that you get.
30, 15.
Armchair activism, which I suppose I was doing myself.
40, 15.
Because he's outspoken about his Forever Man endorsement. No, he's been accused of making transphobic comments, I think quite a few on Twitter.
Game won by player 1.
Unfortunately.
Come on! Cry check. 0, player 1. 1.
worst thing ever. I think the only other time I remember ever doing anything, this was on Twitter, and then I just full of regret. I commented on something from Twitch, and that ended up getting some momentum, except I didn't want the attention. I can't remember, it was about like, I was just like trying to raise the point that, it was when Twitch was basically ignoring the fact that the mobile app was shit, and I just was putting a comment underneath their post. It was nothing to do with the post, just the fact that I think I posted a screenshot of me like holding down to delete the app because it was garbage still, but it was on that Brat Summer thing, and oh my god, I think I upset a load of who is that? Whoever that person is that does the Brat album, I've forgotten now. But I think I upset a load of, a load of fans. I was like, I wasn't implying to delete the app because of her.
15 love. 30 love.
Oh, it was ridiculous. People didn't read though, that was the problem.
40 love.
And people were like, bye, nobody cares. And it's like, I'm not leaving Twitch because of Brat Summer. I don't even know what fucking Brat Summer was until that post. I had to Google it. I had like Cobra Commander commented on it as well, but we were both like talking through Twitter like, what is this Brat Summer? Yeah, it was just getting annoying because like Twitch just seemed to be constantly ignoring all the negative feedback everybody was saying about the mobile app and carrying on as if nothing was happening and making no comments about changing it. You know at the beginning when we were all forced to just have the discovery feed and we couldn't see our own following people without having to open a tab and all that crap. It was like, can you just stop like trotting on with all these like DJ campaigns and stuff and fix your pissing mobile app? Which they eventually did. After about 4 or 5 months, was it?
Love 30.
Oops. But yeah, remind me not to post on Twitter. Something like that, yeah. There's still stuff that I wish they'd fix.
15.
I hate the fact that, you know, every time if you like browse retro or you look at someone's thing and then you go back to the following tab thing, it always has to reset everything and bring you back to the top. And I also don't like the fact that it doesn't show you in your followed game categories, it doesn't show you how many people are playing that game right now or if anybody's playing it. But it does initially, you know, as you scroll down when it's at the very bottom, before it buffer loads everything underneath it, you briefly get to see, it'll say like, you know, say you're following Cool Spot, it'll say Cool Spot and then 10 people under it right now. But then it'll immediately load all your followers that are offline underneath that or previous VODs that you're watching and then remove the visibility of that. So it's clearly, it was intended that you're supposed to see that, but it's just a broken feature. But it's like, are you ever going to fix this? Have you even noticed? Because it's annoying. Because I want to look right now and, you know, you'll see like Retro's got 2.5k people streaming in it or something. Stuck on loading chat. Yeah, I have that happen. I just exit the thing and reload it. Really wish I could quit Twitter. Yeah, the problem with Bluesky, like, I love Bluesky. I don't like Twitter. But the problem with Bluesky, generally it's nice to not have an algorithm, but at the same time, not having an algorithm, it's like I make a post. If nobody reposts it, it's gonna go nowhere at all, except like the people, because even just liking a post on Bluesky, they don't go anywhere, you know. And it's like you'll see there's something like if there's somebody like who's got a lot of followers and then they reshare my post, all of a sudden it's being seen by loads of people. But unless somebody does that, zip, it's like that, which isn't too bad of a thing because I'm usually mostly using Bluesky to read people's posts and stuff. I'm not really trying to get, I don't know, be in discovery feed or whatever, but sometimes it's nice. Depends what I'm posting. But Twitter does have that advantage over it, but at the same time you also get seen by maybe people you don't want to be seen by. I feel like at least with Bluesky, like if someone shares my post, it's generally it's only going to be seen by people that they know, and you know, being in like LGBT communities mostly or retro gaming communities, it's generally not going to go too far, you know, whereas Twitter, you end up anywhere, and that's when you get all the shit. I don't post on Twitter. I just don't really like. I mean, I'm reading Twitter today, and everything like Twitter's just so fucking toxic. I can't stand it. It's like you see Twitch posts, they're like, oh, happy Pride post, and you can. I mean, I don't know why I look. I know what's going to be in there, but I look anyway just to check, and it's just full of fucking nasty comments and stuff. Why a whole month and all that stuff? Why do you focus on these people? Why not like straight people? Blah 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 blah. It's just like, oh my god. That's Twitter.
Game won by player 1. Come on!
Like happened today, and I like that because I'm like, you've also followed me on Bluesky. Why here? Wait, what? I'm confused. I like the cause. Like I've lost the plot there. But on the whole, I just prefer the people on Bluesky, mostly because it's only people I choose to see. And generally the people that I choose to see tend to also share and show content that is not offensive and is on the same wavelength. Like, you know, if G's sharing a post, it's probably not going to be something that's going to upset me. Why someone who follows in Bluesky knows I'm more active but still messages you on Twitter? Yeah. I stopped using Twitter ages ago. I look at Twitter but I don't bother posting. I have nothing to say. Because it's like the same thing, you know, like I'm having a bit of fun now making these silly Chakan Pride posts on Bluesky. I would not do that on Twitter. Absolutely not. Because God knows where that'd end up, and then you get a load of shit. But it just feels like a bit of fun between me and certain people. And you can't even block people like properly on Twitter either, so. Yeah, it is horrible. I'm also enjoying like trying to just like find more people. I was trying today just like looking out there, like who's followed me that I haven't followed back, like who are they? Let's have a look at their feed, and also who do, you know, people that are sharing other people's posts. I'm like, well, why don't I look at, like, I'm trying to just like spread out a little bit more on Bluesky, because I was getting very, what's the word? Not exclusive, but just not really checking out people I don't know. Actually, like other streamers and stuff. So especially during Pride Month, it's kind of nice to just see who's out there to support, maybe to throw a raid to or something. Because I always end up raiding the same people, and it would be nice to raid like another maybe retro LGBT streamer for a change. But I hate like searching on the fly while I'm like ending stream. I hate like making decisions, so it's nice to just already have one or two people. I tend to like to have a little bit of a look in advance and see what kind of a person they are.
Order 0, player 1, 1. Love 15.
God, time flies when you're having fun, eh? It's already 20 to 12. I haven't even had any of this iced coffee.
Love 30. Love 40.
I need to repost more myself on Bluesky. I'm guilty. I just click like. Whoops.
1540.
Also really lazy to comment. I'm trying to be a bit more active.
3040.
Because there's a lot of cool people that I just read their posts but I don't engage with them.
Game won by player 1. Come on! Player 1, 2, order, 0.
Do you know the other silly thing, and this is just a total nitpick, but you know what annoys me with the app on Twitch is, you know, if you want to like click on your home page and it brings up your page, you can't see your follower count anymore. They just removed it at some point like a month or so ago for no reason. But if you click on your profile via somebody else's and open it just in a regular way, then you can. I'm just like, don't get it. Why did you remove that? And also I noticed that there's a discrepancy, because I use the mobile app to keep an eye on what is going on with my stream. You know, if I've changed the game category or something and I want to check that it says the right one. But I find that sometimes it will say the wrong category on my phone if I'm on the home, you know, I can't remember what you call it, but you know the bottom thing, the profile page. If you look at, if you're on your own profile rather than your actual page, it will show you the wrong game information. It doesn't update properly.
40 love.
Because I always keep my phone open because I want to check,
40,
you know, if it's blue screened or if I'm still live on the fly, because I don't look at OBS because I just look at chat on my laptop.
40 30.
And also like stream category, whatever. It's easy to check.
Player 1. Ah, that's a terrible call.
That's a terrible call.
Order 0, player 1, 3.
Can't say I care about this new vertical streaming that they're gonna do.
15,
I can see the appeal for other people though, so I don't want to be a total like negative Nancy about it all, like, oh, who needs that? It feels like it's okay for IRL streamers, but I don't get, like, it's not something I engage with. I play video games in vertical format does not work for video games. It's just not right.
30 15.
I don't watch Twitch landscape either. I'm quite happy with it vertical. I like to see chat and I don't want it all over the screen. You know, it's funny, you tried to make a few real posts on Instagram. I've never bothered with these Instagram. Should I be on the Instagram? Like, is it even worth it?
30
For like somebody like me? Because I'm not taking photos.
Game won by player
I don't take photos of things that much. Do better than others. Playing psychological social media games takes too much time. Tempted Twitch trying to get like TikTok. Almost 50 hours to go.
Player
Almost.
1, 4, order 0.
To go. Or in progress. I've been chatting a bit tonight though. For the last like 15 minutes.
Love.
I would say not as much. Instagram is far from being about photos. Yeah, I don't know what I would post on it. I've never used it. My friends, Instagram also annoys me because people send me something on Instagram and you can't even view it without logging in. But I don't want to make an account. I think I made one once just to check one thing. I don't remember what account it was. But are there really as like gaming people and streamers and stuff, are they on Instagram particularly in a big way? Or is it more just about their personal life?
Game won by player 1.
Because I use Bluesky and Twitter, but I don't use Twitter really. But Twitter's not a personal profile. I mean, it is personal, but it's not. I'm not like posting my sandwich on it. You know what I mean? It's not like Facebook. It's like my family, my friends. and I don't use that for Twitch or anything like that. That's a totally separate life for me. That's my family. Twitter, I don't have my family or friends on Twitter, and I don't have them on Bluesky. Bluesky is streaming stuff, and also my hobbies, gaming and things like that. This music's really loud. So I wouldn't be doing that on Instagram either. Like, it does blur over, but because obviously, you know, I buy games and stuff and that's real life, but generally my postings are either just shit posts like today, or like me watching Power Rangers. That's me and that's real, but it's not really something I would post on Facebook. It's more just, it's like socialising, it's hobbyism is my Bluesky. It's engaging with people in the same sort of silly hobbies and interests, which I don't necessarily get from like family and... Terrestrial gaming was not super active or vocal. Yeah, probably doesn't really interest me. I'm not bothered about the Sonic community. I have nothing to say about Sonic except I enjoy the video games. I really do like Sonic, but my conversation can only go so far. I'm not super into the like merchandise and stuff surrounding Sonic. And the movies, I need to watch Sonic 3. I've heard so many good things about it, but I didn't like 2. I thought it was really bad actually. Like really bad. I like the first film. I feel like I'm the opposite to quite a lot of people though, because it seems like a lot of people like the second film, but they put me off. I thought 2 was dire. It was just cringe after a while. I can appreciate if kids enjoyed themselves though. The wedding was totally stupid. It just felt like, I said it before, but it felt like they had no idea what to do with the human cast because they weren't relevant to the plot. But they'd already got the actors like signed but had nothing to do with them, so they just made up this convoluted wedding plot just to give them something to do. But you could have removed that from the entire film and it wouldn't have made any difference. Such a waste of time. And it was stupid. Don't hate 2, but definitely not. I mean, I didn't hate it. Like, I wasn't outraged, but it was just, I just thought it sucked. You know, it was just like, after about, you know when you're about an hour and 20 in it, you start like looking at your phone and you're just like, God, is this done yet? For me, the Sonic 2 movie though was like, it was once they went into that, was it the barn, and then they started doing the break, was it like some hip-hop dance thing? That's when the film just pieced out for me. Don't watch the Knuckles show. No, what's that? I've never even heard of it. I've heard the third film's much better. Maybe even the best. It's a spin-off show about Knuckles, but it's set in the movie universe then. What about Wade? I don't mind the human characters, but it really didn't feel like they had any purpose in the second film. I liked the first film a lot with is Wade X-Men guy Cyclops. I quite like him. He's a bit of a dish. He also hasn't aged in about 15-20 years. He's one of the cops. Maybe not Wade then. Who's Cyclops? And a bowling tournament. Yeah, this sounds dire.
Player 1, 2, order 0.
A lot of fluff and there's barley in it. Kerry Ewell is delight though. I always meant to watch Sonic Prime. Was that any good? She loves Knuckles. I like Knuckles, but I don't really like the characterization of Knuckles being a thickhead. And I know that was more Sonic Boom, which I do like Sonic Boom, it's very funny, and I kind of see Sonic Boom as its own universe, but just in general, because I think it's just because I think it's hard with Sonic when you've grown up with him kind of silent, and also you've had your comics as a kid. Because it's like I always said, like my perception of Sonic and Tails and Knuckles in the Mega Drive era with my UK comics is not really where we're at with it all right now, characterization wise. Like Tails is a lot more immature, I think, than I felt he was as a kid, and Knuckles is a lot more of a brawn thickhead, whereas I always thought he was actually very intelligent. I liked his characterization in Sonic Adventure. I like Knuckles there. He was very much how I had imagined him from the comics, you know, the last of his kind of a wise sort of ancient race. But Hothead to being a dope, yeah. I don't really like him as a dope. I can tolerate it in Boom because Boom is hilarious and everybody's a bit goofy. But I don't really like it as his characterization. And he was a hothead. That was really what he was. But he was very intelligent. But he was a bit hasty to jump to conclusions. Because it was sort of his arc thing, wasn't it? That he was manipulated by Robotnik into believing Sonic was bad. But I don't think it was because he was an idiot. It's just that it made sense. I liked him in the comics. They did a story. You really do need to just read. If you still love like Sonic stories, G, you should read the UK comics. Just sit down and read them. They were good. Not all of them, because some of them were episodic, but the ones that tend to like cover the video games were good, I think. But Knuckles had his own like spin-off stories. And I remember it was ones like with him trying to find members of his old race or whatever. Hothead and dope for the films. Is it Keanu Reeves? Oh, no, he's Shadow. I don't remember Knuckles in the film. Idris Elba, oh yeah. Who's he? Is he Luther? He's a British actor, isn't he? Gosh, Fantastic Shadow.
15 balls.
See what we need. What's gonna happen in the next Sonic film? Are we gonna get like Chaotix and Charmy fucking B? They did a Chaotix comic in it's just Sonic Adventure 2. That's the impression I got. I've not seen it, but it looked like it was just the story of Sonic Adventure 2. You would say, but spoiler. I've heard there's a stinger. Yeah, but I can't actually remember what it is right now. But I know that something got. I saw something on social media recently that ruined it for me a little bit. Why is this song so loud?
Game won by player 1.
I'll watch the film soon though, so well, either by myself or I might watch it. See if my nephew wants to watch it at Christmas. Why is this song so loud?
For order 0.
We've done it before 3 came out. People that spoil stuff like that, they suck. I mean, people that post spoilers so flagrantly on social media suck. Unless it's literally like Titanic or something. Like, spoiler, it sinks. Sounds like someone threw the Casio keyboard down the stairs. That was the final boss from Quackshot. It was just a little bit loud. This sounds like someone picked up the Casio keyboard. Yeah, but even unintentional, like if the movie's like not even out yet and you're sharing shit about it, what? How can you be unintentionally spoiling things? It's like the people that were all posting crap about The Last of Us Part 2 before it even come out, making videos about it. And you know the other one is people that like title their YouTube playthrough videos or whatever, and or just upload videos of games and it's just like spoilers. You know, like if there's a twist to who the final boss is, and they'll be like, okay, like I can't think of a good example, but like Deadly Premonition ruined. I got that ruined. I was in the middle of playing it, and I can't remember why I was looking it up. I was trying to find out how to do the side quests in it or something, and then YouTube algorithm started sending me Deadly Premonition stuff, and it sent me blah 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 boss fight. But the fact that this person is a boss is a massive spoiler because he's not a villain at the point in time. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, thanks, you knob. I can't even like not see it. Like, I whenever I upload any Mega Drive, I mean, I think Mega Drive is a bit less difficult to spoil, but I just generic Part 5. I don't put details in what it is. Don't think before the post. It's just selfish, like just wanting to be the first to tell something. Missouri Falls was a PS1 review in some ways. Why did you just get it spoiled? Don't spoil it for me, please. I really don't want to know anything about it. I have been looking forward to that at some point. Oh, Twin Peaks in a
40-30.
Clout Chasing Fuels.
Game won by Order.
Are we winning? I'm not even paying attention.
Player 1, 5, Order 1.
Oh, fools! I get what you mean now. I was like, fuel? I'm walloping him with my racket.
15,
Bang, bang.
Kenji, come in.
I was waiting for it.
30, love. 30, 15. 30, all. Match.
Driving around. I should sit down and play it sometime. I don't know whether to stream it or just play it for myself.
And
I
match.
don't know if streaming it would ruin it a bit for me because the pressure of trying to like translate while I'm playing. It's also lost its mystique to stream because it's already been translated now, so it's not quite as like
Player 1, 0,
necessary to
seven.
share, I guess. Because it is quite fun to play games that people can't play because there's no translation for them. Although these days that's becoming less and less of a thing because people can just use their phone or whatever and still play games. But when I was first starting out, like on Twitch, it was some of the early games I did, like Boundary Gate or whatever. It felt like, well, not even Boundary Gate, but earlier than that, it felt like This is the only way some people might be able to enjoy this game, unless somebody sits down and fan translates it.
15, love.
A lot of games have been getting translations recently, which is pretty cool.
30, love.
But also, at the same time, makes me feel less bothered about ever streaming them. Although I still might. I need to finish Ancient Roman.
30, 15.
It's like that Wonder Trek. Got one recently. I bought that
40,
about a year
15.
ago. There was Linda Cubed that I planned to play, and then that got translated. I still need to play Linda Cube for myself, though. It does look fun.
Ace. Game won by player 1. Come on!
I love when Nightbot just decides to just like crap onto itself. It's supposed to be on timers, but it makes up its own rules.
Sampras. 0, player 1. 1. Fault.
I think that's all 4 messages all managed to go together. Yeah, that's all of them.
Out. Love.
Dun,
15.
dun.
Ace. 15, all. Fault.
I don't even understand how it works, to be honest, because it's set to like only when there's so many. There's only been so many messages, because there's nothing worse than just when chat's dead and Nightbot is just like having a conversation to nothing. It's annoying. So it's not supposed to do that. But then I think it's been triggered now, but with activity, and then it set them all off. But they're supposed to be on timers. I don't even understand it. You know, like 10 minutes between them all. But I guess I don't know. I can't figure it out. It tends to always come in waves or nothing.
30, all. Fault. Double fault. 30, 40.
Every like hour.
Game won by
On
player
timer.
1.
Still have yet to find the real way. No, it just... I mean, some of the timers, I'm not even sure it is timers. I think it's actually just every... You know, if you say 20 minutes, it doesn't mean 20 minutes. I think it means every 20 minutes on the hour or something, but I don't really know.
Player 1, 2, Sampras. 0.
But I've never wanted stuff to be too cluttered. It's like why I never bothered with the Pokemon thing. Because stuff in which, you know, you go into like someone's chat and then there's just like 20 lines of Pokemon. And nobody said it because nobody said anything for like 2 hours or something.
15, all.
User engagement farm. Does it work? I feel like all it does is announce the fact that nobody said anything for 2 hours.
All.
But I guess it kind of also changed with the fact that Twitch changed it so that you can see like what about off like 40 back messages of history when you enter a stream.
Come on! Come on! Sampras 0, player 1, 3. Love 15. Four. Love 40.
When are you going on a trip? You need to make sure you're here for the final.
$15.40.
I'm trying my best to make Friday night be the end of tennis, which will be Friday morning, I guess, for most people. So then the weekend's free to do something non-tennis related.
Player 1. 4. Sampras. 0.
Thursday morning, you'll miss the end of tennis.
30. Love. Love.
Who you flying?
Out. Game won by player 1. Come on!
You'll not be missing anything Thursday morning. You'll probably just be missing this forwards and backwards. Oh, that question I was asking you about the Mega Drive cables. I was just confused because looking at the UK Retro Cables website, whatever it is,
Love 30.
they sell like one SCART cable for the Model 1.
Set point.
What game will I play after tennis? Don't know. I want to finish Test Drive.
Game
And,
set won by player 1.
I don't know. I want to finish RBI 94 as well. I don't know if I'll start it at the weekend. I need to finish reading the manual for Buck Rogers so we can start that.
Player 1. 0.
But yeah, there's like a SCART cable for the Model 1 that uses stereo from the front as well. And I was looking at that, and that's what I was thinking of buying. But then it's like, if I get a 32X, do I still use that cable? And there's a thing there's an adapter thing or something, but like, do I not then need the Model 2 SCART cables because that's the same thing that goes into the doodah? Well, thank you for the on-screen celebration there, you Rosie. I assume it looked lovely. Can I see it on my phone? Oh, I can. Ah, that's nice. Thank you, yes. We got there in the end. God knows how. Streaming tennis. It's a sickness.
30. Love.
Person who actually uses MD2 cables. Yeah, that's what I mean. But then, but if I'm getting a Model 1, I have a Model 1. Do you use your Model 1 HD, your Model 1 SCART cables plus a connector? It's all very confusing, and I feel like they do a very piss poor job of explaining it on their website. Because I don't have a 32X, but I see myself getting one in the future. Because I want to play Knuckles Chaotix. And I want to play Knuckles Chaotix. And I want to play Knuckles Chaotix. What other reason do you need to get a 32X? But no, the other reason is I've also just heard the picture's better. It will help with picture quality, because obviously I'm not going to be able to mod my Mega Drive, but it will, running Mega Drive games through the 32X will have a better video. So that appeal is there, but then it's like, well, do I want to buy 2 sets of cables? That's what I mean, and because I'm not going to get the 32X yet, then I need to get the MD1 SCART cable. But once you get the 32X, it will complicate things. But I probably won't be getting the 32X for a while.
Sampras. 0. Player 1. 1.
I think they do a connector, but it's not just the connector. Is that just for the audio, or is that for the video? It's just so confusing. Do I need a connector or another cable, or a connector and another cable? I don't understand. And they're not necessary. That's sort of why I've put off buying them. I also need to decide which Dreamcast cable to get. And then also, they've got cables like, what's the difference between getting a SCART cable for the Mega Drive and getting one of those like component cables? What's the difference? Because the RetroSync would accept both. My TV doesn't accept SCART anyway. But I'm probably never going to play it without a RetroSync plugged in. But I guess the SCART might be better because it might reduce jail bars. Maybe the component wouldn't. I don't know. Just plays them. See, what I've read everywhere is that it does. I've read in a few different places, in forums, but also another website. I found a website recently that was testing all different versions, and it does improve the picture. I don't know if it's that it enhances it, but I think its output quality is better, maybe. So if you're not modding or whatever, you'll be able to pull a better image out of it than you would from your Model 1. So, I don't. What's an RGC thing? Can't be reference where we got UCRT, then you switch to component. Is that just because your TV doesn't use SCART? Because I'm like, what's the difference?
Love 15.
What do you think you need? What's this music? This is good. Elemental Master.
Love 30.
But is SCART better than component when it comes to the Mega Drive, or is it exactly the same? But also, what I've heard about SCART is if you use the SCART output, it will reduce jail bars. Would component do that too, or not? I don't know. Maybe I should just get SCART. But everybody's obsessed with SCART, but Japan doesn't really use SCART. But then again, if I'm using a RetroTink, it doesn't actually matter what I use because it'll be coming out HDMI. I'm not using a CRT.
Game won by Sampras. Come on!
It's just hard work, all these decisions.
Sampras. 1. Player 1. 2.
And I need to make all these decisions before I import anything.
Love 15. All.
I'm also worried that I'll get the cables and it still doesn't really look that great. And it's all sort of been for naught because I can't get it modded like everybody else seems to have. Like just ugly ass jail bars and whatever, and blurry, I don't know. Won't know until I try, I guess. Was yours modded, your LZ, your Mega Drive? I don't think I've ever seen you. Oh, yeah, you played Animaniacs on it.
Deuce. Advantage, player 1.
That you were shooting from until this week. Wait, it's modded now?
Hey.
What did you get?
Deuce.
Have you got the SCART bypass thing?
Come on! Advantage, Sampras.
They are minimal. Just wondering how they'll look on my TV.
Game won by Sampras. Player 1, 2, Sampras, 2.
So what you've been playing Road Rash 3 on, is that modded or not? You traded for an analog DAC, now you're using your Mega SG again. Wait, I'm confused. So what are you playing your games on? Mega SG? SD? The flash card? What's the analog DAC? Why wouldn't you want to? Why would you change? PSU's region free. Do the swap disc anymore? My brother had one of those region free things at PlayStations, and then he dropped it. But why don't you want to use the real hardware now?
40-15.
So what were you playing Road Rash 2 on?
Game won by player 1.
So how do you know? So that you were having audio issues? Was that on your model? Was that on your Mega Drive or on your DAC?
Sampras, 2, player 1, 3.
Convert the signal down to component. Oh, it's getting complicated now for me.
Love 15.
This ain't Golden Axe. No, that's your job. How are you? If ads are about to start. I think you do this all the time, Matt.
15,
You seem to always come in as ads are about to start. But they are. I'll see you in a minute, maybe. In fact, let me just set them off right now. So they're lingering in about 15 seconds anyway.
Game won by player 1.
Yeah, do. It's fine. Was a Mega Overdrive problem? Yeah, but were you playing on original hardware then, or a DAC?
Player 1.
Because you never know.
2.
Because I did ask Neon to check it out, and he said no problem. But he was using a Mega Drive. Is this music from fucking Golden Axe? There's your Golden Axe.
Love 15.
Your original hardware. Well, your picture looked fine to me. I think, but I was only looking on my phone. I might have to have another peek at the VODs then. He does use the SD. Yeah, no, that's why I asked him to check, and he did. I wanted to know, because I'm trying to make a purchase here in the future, and I want to know which one to get. I've got conflicting opinions. I just want what's best. I don't really care about the drama behind it. And I don't want audio inconsistencies. Yeah, hopefully everybody's back now. Here's your Golden Axe if you're still there, Matt. It was on random, I didn't put it on. I was watching Upside Down Matt earlier and trying to do the retro achievements on Golden Axe on the Wonder Swan. And doing them.
Sampras, 3, player 1, 4.
She's switching, it's on its way. Was it easy to get? We should just DM this, but I'm just like bored playing tennis. I was like, where, do you get it from like Stone Age Gamer or whatever it is? So I'm looking to see where I'm going to be able to order it from. I think they do international shipping.
All.
Whoa,
30,
eBay. Oh, they seem to have some in stock on Stone Age Gamer, I saw.
40, 15.
But yeah, the main website sold out.
Oh.
Maybe I shouldn't say that, because nobody needs to buy one. I won't be able to get one off eBay, that'll be a pain in the arse. I don't think I'd want a used one either for mine, if possible.
Player 1.
I've never had one
Empress,
before.
4. Ace.
I wonder if they'll make a new version soon, either of them.
Love.
Do, 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 do.
40, love.
Yeah, I want like accuracy or whatever. I always thought the whole point of the thing was that it's supposed to be real hardware, so it's totally perfect. But it seems like the more I see and hear about them, the more I'm hearing that they're actually not perfect. And maybe original carts are still viable. This redemption issues save states. You use the custom aptitude. Looks about. Maybe it's time to retire. Blue Sphere. Would you enjoy it?
5.
I feel like every single time I watch you in the morning on my way to work, it always gets redeemed during those like 30 minutes. I've seen so many of them now. I've not played Blue Sphere in forever.
All.
It gives me anxiety after a while though. Should I be counting Blue Sphere as a game? Ooh, God. Do I need to beat Blue Sphere? Can you beat Blue Sphere? Isn't it like
All.
hours and hours and hours and hours?
Match.
Is that no, I shouldn't count it? Oh hell no. I mean, you're looking at someone that's potentially going to be playing 65 hours of tennis.
Player 1.
I might have to look into that, you know. Don't get me started. How much Blue Sphere is too much Blue Sphere? So long, Pete Ambrose. There's literally hundreds of thousands, hundreds of... But hasn't somebody done them all? Maybe I should get started. Oh, dreamy, hey.
Player 1. 0. Chang. 0.
This might be the end. Hopefully Michael Chang can behave himself. I'm going to have to somewhat pay attention to the game now. That's the price of fighting Michael Chang. He's an arsehole. And here he is, yeah.
15. Love.
Foster versus Chang. Part 15. Go to Beverbank Street, I should go too. Thanks for always showing up, Jason. Appreciate you a lot. Especially during these long sports streams.
Fault.
Give you a shouty. Please behave, Chang. He's a bad boy, Michael Chang is.
30.
Put that on a t-shirt. Please behave, Michael Chang. We should send him fan mail.
40.
Or hate mail.
Game won by player 1. Come on!
I mean, he might be pleased to know that he's an absolute god when it comes to tennis.
Chang. 0.
but he plays dirty.
Left.
Like that.
First service.
Except it didn't work.
Ace. 15. Love. Fault.
I read up about him yesterday. He won the 1989 Tennis Open or something at the age of 17. He broke the record for being the youngest person to win. In this game, he's only like what, 24?
15. 30. 30. All.
Well, he will go for it, won't he?
30. 40. Deuce. Advantage, player 1. Fault. Game won by player 1.
So what has this been? 3 hours and about 10 minutes and to do 2 tournaments.
Player
I've got
1, 2, hang,
about
0.
potentially 4 tournaments left to go because I can skip 4 of them, I think, if I can get enough points.
15. Love.
And still come out as number 1. I mean, I might be able to even do the final championships as like rank 2 and win that and come out as number 1, but I don't want to find out the hard way and have to redo game because I didn't do it well, if that makes sense. I'd rather just do it in one and be sure. Not do the entire finale championship, which can take about 4 hours, and then realise, oh no, they really just force you to find Tennis Prodigy over and over. They do, yeah. Although I'm starting to get better at him now. The overscan without having to zoom and crop the gameplay, and I got the dark. CRT. Yeah, the overscan is annoying, isn't it? I've seen that. You mean like the colour bars around the sides? So with the retro tink, I can do that. Like I can just crop it, but different games have like different overscans.
Chang, 0, player 1, 3.
But that would be cool. I just feel like whenever I've watched Neon play with his, I've not really seen any issues.
Love 15.
Yeah, there was all overscan on P47.
30.
Only a Mega Drive problem. What do you mean?
40.
What do you mean, like compared to Super Nintendo?
Game won by player 1.
Do you mean compared to other consoles, or just... I think the Master System has it as well.
Player 1, 4, Chang, 0. That was out! Love 15.
think so, yeah. I think there's a reason for it. I was reading to do with it. I think it's to do with how many colours they can display if they make use of the overscan by using a colour or something. It lets them maybe display more colours. There's some reason, I think, to why it does that, because it also will adopt the colour palette of whatever's on the screen. You know, like if you play Echo, you'll notice that when you jump out the water, the overscan will change colour. And then as you go deeper into the ocean and the pixels get darker, the overscan changes colour as well. Things like that. I'm sure that there's a reason. I read something about it once, but I'm not a huge technical person, so I also kind of don't really always care that much. Unlike some people on Twitch seem to, but... Master System adapter for your Mega SG. Wait, what's that? What's a Master System adapter? Or do you mean the Master System adapter, the thing that the power base converter, is it called? The one that the official thing? Because I've already got one of those. It's just in the UK, but I can pick it up at Christmas. Because it's region free, isn't it? What do you need that for? Plastic on the black covers at the ports. Oh. I didn't even think about that. So then what ports does it cover up? Of the Mega SG? Oh, I'm confused. You hear Landstalker? You do, Quiggy? How are you?
Game and set won by player 1.
What's the Mega SG? Are you not talking about the car? I keep thinking you're doing a typo. I thought you were talking about the Mega SD. Using Restaurant PS1. What's a Mega Have I got the wrong name? Oh, Mega SG. SG is something totally different. Never mind. I thought you were talking about the car. I thought you were talking about the car this whole time. That's why I'm like, why do you need a Master System adapter for your card? And I'm like, are you going to stick it in a power converter? I just thought you were making a typo and I couldn't be asked to keep correcting you. Well then, what's the DAC? What was the other thing that you said earlier? The analog DAC. I thought that was something else. Oh no, this is made by... huh. Okay, so ignoring that stuff... What was my question that got confused? So the Mega SG can fix the overscan, not the Mega SD. Okay. So I was thinking, oh, that's an odd feature. But I mean, I'll probably be playing quite a few things off original carts if it's a game that takes my fancy.
15 love. 30, love.
So you've got a Mega SG as well. You had problems with retro sync for the PS. I didn't know the PS1 had overscan. Summoned from your lurkage. Wait, the PS1 has overscan? So I never see anything on my TV, but I guess I'm using the correct cables. But my TV's like all wide and stuff.
Ace.
And chunky.
40,
It's not CRT.
Game won by player 1.
Hey, oh, Dreamy's got a mod though, so maybe that's why. Like a HDAM thingy. Right lights at the top and bottom that you have to cut off. Ooh. Oh yeah, maybe the top and the bottom.
Player 1, 1.
Sometimes you see that with Super Nintendo actually, I think. With Super Nintendo I think they can be the top and the bottom, because I think playing like even just emulation, like playing Yoshi's Island 2, there's weird like garbage at the top of the screen that Unite Sonic 2 has at the bottom, I think, as well. Happened with GameCube too.
Love 15.
See, my PS1 I think is mostly fine. Should I get a 32X first? They're a bit expensive though.
Love 40.
It would have to be like in a month or so.
Game won by player 1.
But like if I get a 32X, then the Model 1 SCART cables might become obsolete. So maybe I should just save that money and put it towards the 32X. All the cables that I'm going to need to buy for it.
15, love.
I would like to do a 32X library playthrough at some point, so... And you need a 32X, don't you, to play, even with a Mega SD and stuff, they can't FPG it.
Out. 30, love.
I kind of want one anyway, though. I want a Mega CD, but I've just generally been told that they're not worth the hassle of failing hardware. But the 32X, I would like one, because it's always been a childhood dream to play Knuckles Chaotix, because it was a game that I so desperately wanted for so many Christmases and never got. It would be lovely to like play it for real.
40, love.
Mega CD, I don't remember ever really wanting a Mega CD. I mean, obviously, I wouldn't have turn my nose about it, but I don't remember pining over one in the magazines. I don't think maybe Sonic CD, but I don't really remember Sonic CD too much. But I definitely was pining over... I think because most of my readings was for Sonic, the comic, and Sonic the comic started pretty much after Sonic 1, and Sonic 2 is pretty much almost out by then in Sonic CD, so they probably shut up about it a bit at that point, so I don't really remember it as much. Anyway, the menus are neither the Mega SD or the Overdrive let you access the in-game menu in 32X. What do you mean the in-game menu? I've never played a 32X.
0, player 1, 3.
Oh, you mean the menu for the car? That's weird.
15, love.
And also kind of annoying. Because I would want to use it to improve the image quality. So it would be being permanently used.
Out. 15 all.
It's not very convenient.
Ace. Come on. 30, 15.
I wish I had like a retro husband. Can't be arsed with all of this. I just want to play video games.
Game won by
I need a retro
K.
streaming husband who I can just, yeah, like you got big tall. Something. I just need someone to do all the crap for me. And I can just sit down and play my video games and just be like, hey cats, tonight we're going to play the 32X. I'm going to start saying hey cats now, it's my thing. Be
Player
warned.
1, 3, Chang, 1.
Tonight we're going to play the 32X, courtesy of my retro husband,
Love 15.
who's not allowed to play anything that he bought and has to sit in the other room and be quiet.
15 all.
You play 32X ROMs from both the Mega... You can't try. Play 32X ROMs from both Mega... hardware. Yeah, that's what I've heard, you need it. But I want it for other reasons too. There's a retro interrupter.
30, 15.
Tacos and Tommy. Or is that a hot dog? I can't see him too far away.
Out. 40, 15.
Da-da-da-da, da-da-da. Hiya,
40,
Chuck.
30.
Get on that Knuckles. I want Knuckles Chaotix. It means a lot to me. Everything else can go on the cart. I don't care. I don't really. Maybe Space Harrier because it's cheap, but everything else I don't give a crap. But Knuckles Chaotix, I want it. I want it. No idea. I think 2 years, 3 years running, I wrote on Christmas lists for Knuckles Chaotix to Santa, the bastard.
Deuce.
Are there any other 30? I've heard rumours there are other 32X games, yeah.
Advantage Chang.
Next chapters of Delta. I know, right? Maybe I should stop streaming for the rest of the week and not finish tennis and just go and play Deltarune. It's coming out on PS4, isn't it? Otherwise I can't play it. I love Deltarune.
Chang 2, player 1, 3.
No, there's honestly like there's nothing that really interests me about the 32X. It's just going to be a very glamorous Knuckles Chaotix machine. Oh, Calibri actually. Calibri's the other game I'd like to play, but I won't be buying Calibri because it's not had a Japanese release and I've seen the price of Calibri.
15 all.
I don't even know if I like Calibri though as well. I'd like to try
15,
and play it.
20. Fault.
But other than that, like Space Harrier, like a better version of Space Harrier, like yay. I can play it on my Saturn if I want. Afterburner, same, I can play it on my Saturn.
15, 40.
What else is on the 32X? There's that 3D mech game, which seems like interesting, only in a vacuum if there's nothing else.
30, 40.
PlayStation 4, that's good.
Fault.
There's that fighting game. The Star Wars thing. Oh, there's Tempo, I guess. Tempo would be interesting. Tempo's dangerous though because it opens a dark corridor into wanting tempo on the Saturn.
Advantage, player one.
You had a 30 since it came out. Not is the only one you ever owned for it. I can imagine.
Game won by
I don't mind
player
trying the
one.
Spider-Man game, but all of these are just, I wouldn't mind. They're not system sellers. I wouldn't seek unless they were like 5,000 yen. I wouldn't be coughing up any money for any of these titles.
Player one. 4
Retro Racing Deluxe.
2.
What's coming out with Deltarune? Is it just Chapter 3 or 3 and 4 together? Because I know they announced them both, but are they both coming out at the same time?
Love 30.
Should I just stream Deltarune? Even if maybe nobody cares, but I might just play it anyway. Should I just be live while I do it? Or just play it by myself offline? I didn't even stream Chapter 2 though. I streamed Chapter 1 once, a long time ago. There's a VOD on YouTube. But there isn't one of Chapter 2 because I played it. I intended to stream it at the time. Oh, I've played Deltarune. I played Chapter 1 and 2 already. Were you not here when I did Deltarune Chapter 1? I feel like you were. It was about 3 years ago. I played it all in one sitting. I streamed the whole thing and about lost my voice by the end of it because it had tons of, yeah, Dreamy was there. I remember it being like 7 in the morning and my voice like sounded like a frog. It's like reading a book for 7 hours.
Chang 3, player 1, 4.
But then I played Chapter 2 when I got COVID. I decided to just play it by myself. I got COVID, I was feeling miserable and I wanted something to do and I was in like quite a lot of pain with my throat. And so I just played Chapter 2 by myself. If and only, yeah. I watched your first video, that's why I know what all these games are.
Double full. 15 balls.
G did an A to Z of video on YouTube of the 32X library.
Double full. 15, 30.
Maybe one day I'll make a video. I wouldn't know where to begin.
15, 40.
We should do a podcast instead. I wouldn't know where to begin.
Game won by player 1.
Woo! We're nearly there.
Player 1, 5, Chang 3. Love. Love.
How the weekend not looking likely. We're going away this weekend. Ram feels better soon.
Championship point.
It's in a row. Championship point. You banana.
Championship point. Game, set, and match.
Woohoo! Tournament 2 down. See, I've sort of got... I don't even know how I just defeated Michael Chang. I kind of autopiloted it, but I think I've sussed it out. And got it down to kind of muscle memory a bit. Winner Jodie Foster. Who is this person though in the photo? Like really? I still can't parse what the hell is going on in the picture because it looks like they've got like long earrings and a mullet. I feel like it's probably someone on the developer team. Yeah, Jodie Foster, winner, woohoo! Got all them points. We could sit out of the Japan Open again. Let's see what happens. Michael Chang's in the tournament. Let's see who wins. Will it be Michael Chang? Michael Chang won. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. That not bad. Them points he's gone. Oh, well, he's not in this tournament. Let's go. Let's just do this one game. I want to save it with Michael Chang not in it. Would be good. Ooh, this guy's fast. Oh, is he going to be an arsehole? 'Cause I'm not in the mood. I think he is. Oh wow, he's nasty. Oh, bugger this. I've had enough. Oh, I could be up for ages. I should probably just go to sleep. We'll leave it there for this evening, I think. 50 hours and 48